What's going on, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, my fighters, and my Army of the Dead fans? I watched it yesterday. If you watched it, what did you think? Spoiler warning for the movie. I'm not going to talk about the whole movie and break it down for you, but we're going to talk about some memorable moments, give you my review on it, my take on it. Did I like it? Did I love it? Did I think it was okay? If you've seen the movie, please let me know in the comments below. Did you like it? What did you think of the movie? Was it good? Was it worth the hype? Did Zack Snyder do a good job, or was it crap? Please let me know. But overall, guys, we post daily videos about The Walking Dead and various content, so please hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily videos. Now, Zack Snyder made this movie, and I believe it was a long time coming. They tried to make this movie many years ago. It came to Netflix. It was filmed in a couple of different places, and overall, it's a good movie. It's a decent movie. It's what zombie movies were before The Walking Dead, in my opinion. Takes place in Las Vegas. And it's just one of those things where I'm asking a lot of questions, though, while I'm watching it. And I don't think it's the kind of movie that's going to explain everything. But this is all I have to say about that. Bleh. Zombies, fast zombies, smart zombies. They're not just your normal zombies. It reminded me a lot of I Am Legend. And I'm a big Dave Bautista fan, and he really is the main focus of this movie. But I don't know how he ended up here, because he was a decorated, I don't know if soldier, I don't know what branch of the military he was in, but he clearly had skills from his days in the armed forces. Tanaka has this plan. You see John Dory, Garrett Dillahunt in the back. So it's kind of cool to see different people from the Walking Dead universe. But Tanaka is a character that was like, okay, what's he up to? And the way it ends, are they going to make a second one? I don't know. Would you want to see that? Now, the cast is great. Now, I do have to make a point to say that they did have to change a cast member because of different things and allegations. But Chris D'Elia was taken out of the movie, and it was kind of evident in the movie when he was replaced because Tig, I forget her last name, but she was added later on. So she's not in any scene with the other actors, and you can tell if you know that, but I think they did a decent job because they had to, because they took the other actor out digitally and removed him and put her in. But Dave Bautista steals the show, which is fine by me. I mean, I don't know about you, but anytime he's in a movie, I'm like, hey, Bautista, he's in this movie. It's pretty cool to see him in different roles. Now, besides the plot and how things started, which were kind of cheesy, there are memorable moments that I'll never forget. Like what happens to this chick right here. I mean, I'm like, whoa, that was crazy. And that's kind of what this movie is. Big, memorable moments. The story kind of drags on a little bit, and it's 2.5 hours, which it probably should have been a half hour less. But overall, it's entertaining, it's action-packed, but there are slow moments for story, which has to happen, but they're under the clock, and there's only so much time before stuff happens. And if you're a Sons of Anarchy fan, you definitely know Juicy Boy right here, Juice. And I'm like, man, he plays a terrible guy, but it makes sense because they would have that type of role here. And I saw what they were doing with the story, that they could use that excuse to just kill people. And the movie does a good job of good and bad, good taking out evil, and evil things happen to evil people in this world here too. And the only thing I'm not understanding is what's up with these zombies. Seems like they're super soldiers, and the queen and the king, or the alpha zombie, or whatever you want to call it, it's just like, what's actually going on here? And they turned really fast, but then they didn't for certain characters. The casino action was crazy, the gun battles, the gun firing, and it was just pretty cool stuff. I mean, it's a zombie apocalypse story. Not everything's gonna make sense. And it reminded me of like so many different movies coming together. I Am Legend, Ocean's 11, just zombie apocalypse heist movie, right? So this whole thing, if you know what I'm talking about here, the booby traps that are set up here, like, does that make sense? I'm like, it's cool action and different things, but why didn't they just throw zombies towards them instead of having them walk? I love the guy Dieter, especially when he saved Vanderho, and it was definitely a character that I'm like, yes, we love this guy because he's funny, he's quirky. And I didn't think there was going to be money in the vault personally when they opened it, because I was like, something's not up here. Something's weird. But the team was pretty cool, and I love a team action style, again, kind of like Ocean's 11, where everybody has their roles and their parts. It's like, okay, the helicopter pilot. Okay, the safe guy. Okay, the military people to keep these people safe to do their job. They get into Las Vegas pretty easily by the coyote, and I would think it would be like more secure, I mean, this is national security. There's zombies in Las Vegas. I don't know how they quarantined them and blocked them off, but I guess I'm trying to like rationalize things here. It's just fiction. You gotta let it go. And overall, there's crazy, memorable moments, and some people love it, some people hate it, some people thought it was awful, some people enjoyed the ride. It's a quirky, cheesy, over-the-top movie at times that's trying to be different things, I think. But overall, I think it works. And I have to say, the 2.5 hours happened pretty quick. It wasn't like, when is this movie gonna end? But there were times when I was like, okay guys, you're under the clock. You only have so much time left, and now you have less time. Let's get rolling here. Let's get going. Stop talking here, you can talk later. Anybody else feel that way when they were watching it? But they have this whole kingdom here that these zombies have taken over Las Vegas. And it's a different take on zombies. It's definitely interesting, and I like different takes on it. I don't want to see the same old stuff happening, and I think they succeeded here. It's a different take on the zombie apocalypse, what they do, what they didn't do, but I have questions that I guess will never be answered. Like the main guy that started the whole zombie apocalypse thing here, what's up with him and the queen here? I guess it's the alpha queen or the queen zombie, and how'd they communicate? I guess it's just fun for discussion because we'll never know. And the fight scenes here, especially with this guy, I was like, Blade 2. Reminds me a lot of Blade 2, I Am Legend, vampire stuff, and the fight scene with Vanderho and I don't know what to call this guy. The king zombie, the alpha zombie was pretty cool. But there are a lot of zombies here, right? And I think there would be millions of people in Las Vegas at the time of when it started, but how are they contained here? Did they just stay? So at the beginning of the movie, you see the one zombie, and then he goes to Las Vegas, and then it's just happening. It's already in the midst of it. So I guess they were just staying there. Like they are, we're gonna make this our kingdom. And that's what they say in the story, but it's okay. It's a fun, action, crazy movie with some slow points. I didn't find it too funny, even though I wished I kind of did. Even though this guy was pretty smart to be wearing the metal helmet, even though you could just shoot through the eye holes. He had some plot armor, that's for sure. And I have to say, this chick stole the show. She was a badass. She must have took out like 100 zombies by herself, and I felt really bad that no one even tried to help her. Like she crashes through the window. Her friend, Mikey, whatever his name was, could have did something, but he shoots the gasoline and then boom, and it all blows up. But I'm like, man, this chick did all that work, almost got out of it, and then they could have helped her. Anyone see the chick from Aliens? That's all I saw here. The CGI with the helicopter stuff I thought was pretty cool. Some people thought it was cheesy, but overall, it's not a real helicopter flying through Las Vegas like this. It had to be some CGI, and it's pretty cool to see Las Vegas, especially if you've been there. And I do think a zombie apocalypse story in Las Vegas is awesome and a great idea, or it could be Atlantic City or something like that too. So maybe I'll write a book about that. I always had an idea about a Las Vegas zombie apocalypse story, so maybe I'll change it to Atlantic City. But this dude was pretty cool. He stole the show, and I don't know his name, but he's Vanderho in the movie. I know he's in Power, but he's pretty cool. The zombies are definitely jumping around, and I wonder if there's probably trampolines and stuff that they used, but I wonder if they were Vegas performers because they were pretty acrobatic. And I know this is CGI, but some of the things look to be legit, especially the queen zombie chick where she's bending down real low and this guy's flipping around. So, man, I didn't see the tongue, but he probably bounced on a trampoline. But I would assume these are Las Vegas performers. The action with Batista, just running through the tables and knocking the tables, like poof, just throws it at him. You're like, man, this is pretty cool. And that's what the movie is in a nutshell. But I kept finding myself like, hurry up. You only have like 20 minutes. Stop making it rain with the money. Fill the bags and let's go. Why are you walking? Why are you talking? Just go. You can talk later on the helicopter. Go before Las Vegas is bombed and blows up. Now, the zombie tiger was equal parts cool, creepy, and cheesy. I don't really like zombie animals in a zombie apocalypse, but the fact that Garrett Dillahunt's character in this movie was a villain or part of the villainous group, and I'm just going to give it away. The zombie tiger devours him. Bites him, chews him, throws him, and then bites his face off is pretty awesome. And the fact that he had ulterior motives for being there just makes sense. And the fact that he was devoured the way he was awesome. And that's what you want to see in movies. Bad guys and villains being ripped apart. And when he sawed off the head of the queen zombie, I was like, okay, this is where we're going with it. And when the coyote chick was holding the female zombie's head, it was like, come on, it looks cheesy. But it looked funny and creepy and cheesy all at the same time. And again, this dude had so much plot armor to the very end of the movie, but I guess they had to do it for the sake of storytelling. But there we go, guys. Army of the Dead finally is on Netflix. So if you haven't seen it, it came on Netflix on May 21st, 2021. Now let's talk about the ending briefly. Vanderho survives, and he gets in a Camaro and drives to an airport and flies to Mexico City. But evidently, he was bit during some action sequence. I'm not sure if he got bit during the fight or when, but he was infected. And as the plane, the private plane that he's on, is about to land in Mexico City, we see that he was bit, infected, and that's how it ends. So will there be a second one? I don't know. If it does well, could there be? Should there be? Would you want to see that? I would love to see it. But why are they not wearing long sleeves that you can't bite through or scratch through? I mean, look at all the exposed arms here. You're just waiting to get scratched or bit or become infected. I know, right? Thank you guys. Let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. I enjoyed the movie. Hopefully you did. Let me know your thoughts about Army of the Dead on Netflix. Thank you guys. Stay safe and tell them Daryl.